After sending out yesterday's video, I sent a little voicemail to the person who had sent me that message, and I noticed that the words that came out of my mouth and the whole feel somehow was quite different from how I had responded in the video. And so this morning I went back to it and thought, what is it actually that touched me so much? Because I didn't really say much on that, right? I just said it really touched me, but what actually touched me? And I think it's the fact that me showing myself in that way, sharing very, in a raw and vulnerable way, apparently opened up something for that person. And then she shared in a way that was really raw, honest, and there's something, whether I agree with the content or not, that's a whole different thing, but there's a certain bizarre beauty, I think, or I find in somebody actually honestly sharing whatever the content might be. I think I missed that in yesterday's response, in my own response. So I just wanted to deliver that here. This morning has been really strange so far. I woke up with, I don't know, a weird buzz kind of in me, and I had planned to announce my new rhythm, and I'm a bit unsure now because I've already managed to get myself out of a very kind of contemplative mode into almost go mode, which my body right now can't actually sustain. So, and that's funny. I mean, you can have all the good intentions and resolutions, but then life hits, right? Like this morning I found out there was a rat in the trap. I had to take care of that, and then I stepped outside and found a beautiful little pockets of mushrooms. I sent you a photo here. And then I couldn't resist and harvest them. And before I knew, my body was going into and then I remembered I'd forgotten something. I switched on the mobile, and got a message by a student whom I promised that she could contact me anytime, and sent me a message for the next day. Since she's in Colombia, I can't really cancel without her getting up really early in the morning. So before I knew, I suddenly had like, oh my God, there's a few things to do today, and it's nothing really, right? But in this state, in this depleted state, suddenly the body goes into overwhelm. And I'm now laughing about it, but actually it's really sad. So then doing another meditation session with this was and you can see my face, actually it's I don't have the physical energy to sustain it. I think it's a bit like having drunk a coffee and getting all jittery, but you don't have, it's just it's taken a loan and you're gonna have to pay it back. So that's how I feel. Before making any major announcements now, I just wanted to say one more thing about these videos and what I've learned by experience. And I don't think one can really get to that without making the experience. I'm a strong believer in having real experiences real felt experiences and then learning from those experiences. I don't really think it's possible to think through and then just theoretically learn. For me, at least, that's very, very difficult. I don't really think that's happening for me. So one of those is the realization that if I share something here or with anyone, and I truly share from here, if I fully embody this body, if I fully embody what I am, who knows what that is, yeah, and I just speak from here, and I don't even think of what is that gonna look like, what is that gonna mean to other people, it's just me sharing, that's it, then I think that's the most authentic and also most energy saving mode. In contrast, if I now almost dissociate and create an outer perspective, yeah, then I'm running two things at the same time, right? I'm kind of first person perspective, and at the same time there's something else looking at me from outside, and I think that is terribly energy consuming, and it also overwhelms the whole system, and then it becomes incoherent and inauthentic. So I think we really deeply long for this honest and real embodied expression of what we are, what this little truth in this moment is. And it doesn't mean that it's that this is going to be the truth forever. It's just this truth, my truth, in this very moment. That's all. And everything else is a mess. And I've realized I can't afford to do that. So with the videos, I have to be very careful not to make that step of what would that mean for somebody watching this. Because right now, at least, I can't afford doing that. That I've understood and realized. And that also means for me, from yesterday's experience, for example, that I can't film throughout the day and then sit down in the evening and then edit a video or something. That's not happening for me. My videos have to be in the morning, and then I feel I've shared that. That's done, and there's nothing pending. There's nothing in the back of the mind, and nothing unfinished in that sense. So that's definitely one thing. And since I'm already at it, I might as well announce one more thing. The rest I'll do tomorrow. And that is the use of devices. For me, having a smartphone is a fairly recent affair. I got my first one in 2019. So I was fully aware that this would change a lot. But since my daughter, who was at that point 15, I think, finally got her first smartphone in her life, I thought also, if I don't have that, then I can't really speak to it. I don't know what that is, right? So over the years, it definitely has infiltrated my life, and it has actually it has made a whole lot of things possible for me in teaching, recording, sending out material. It really makes things easier, and some things makes it only possible. But at the same time, I see a great danger in being online, and literally like online, connected with this thing throughout the day. And if not looking at it, then at least some part of the mind being aware of it. So I've decided that for myself, I've been doing that actually for quite some time already, that the mobile, the internet connection switches on only at 9 o'clock in the morning, and then it goes off 8:45 in the evening. What I recently did though is, because my old phone is about to die, I'm slowly transitioning to a no phone. And before I knew, I had somehow tricked myself and would find myself after 9 o'clock still checking something on the internet on the other phone, on the new phone. Okay. So that's how the mind comes in through the back door, right? So the way I want to deal with it is it's completely off at night, switches on in the morning at 9 o'clock, and then I want to now experiment with not having it on, connected to some internet throughout the day, but actually just briefly checking in the morning, maybe at noon and again, and then in the afternoon again. Yeah, late afternoon, let's say, early evening. And then the rest of the time just simply leave it off. So I want to try that for a few days, and then I'll come back to you. Yeah, the rest of the things that I've decided that I want to integrate now, I'll announce tomorrow, because energy is quite low and also the video is getting long. This much for today. I'm very happy that I've made this video now, and now I've like, okay, and I already know what's going to happen when I press off. The body goes like, oof, okay, all right. That wasn't actually difficult, right? It was nothing. Yeah, and then there's one class in the afternoon. Okay, that's manageable. All right, now I can take the foot off the gas again, and nervous system can calm down again. Now I can go back to meditation. Sending you a big hug. See you tomorrow.